Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. Today's topic we're going to talk about is the power of a whore. The power of a whore. But before we get to that, I wanted to take care of the business aspect of things. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of products from men's, kids, ladies' clothes. We added some more cologne and perfume to the website, evolutionoflondon.com. Also, evolutionoflondon.org, we added more custom clothes there as well. A lot of new stuff we put out for this year. Evolutionoflondon.org for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store. We added a lot of custom-made sneakers to the site, and eventually we're going to have, for men's and women, at least 100 different, at least 100 different custom-made sneakers and candles on the site as well. So evolutionoflondon.store. You must check that out. We have all different sizes, custom-made sneakers. It's amazing stuff. It's very good. We already have it out now, and we're going to add on more. So you're going to see a lot more clothing and accessories on all sites. But definitely check out evolutionoflondon.store. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. We do have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube, consulting services and digital artwork as well. It is a paid subscription, but it's definitely affordable. A lot of great stuff on it. www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. And if you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. That's the same email if you want to donate, send a small donation to us, a little free will offering, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. That's via PayPal. So we definitely will appreciate that. We're on Rumble, rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19 in the search bar. And we have our own website, of course, www.theoracle19radio.com. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, vanilla, rose, peppermint, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order, you email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com. Also, you'll find them on social media, Instagram and TikTok, Royalty 9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want a consultation, you email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And you can support him by buying his merch, www.jaaccessories.com for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, he'd be on his way to Thailand soon and Singapore to perform out there. email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's djpanthro, PANTHRO, djpanthro519@gmail.com. So definitely support his brand. And on YouTube, DJ Panthro, you find his link to his website. So go there and support and shop. And like, subscribe, and share to DJ Panthro 519. You have a Patreon channel as well, DJ Panthro 519 on Patreon. You find him on Instagram and TikTok, The Real DJ Panthro. Again, the Real DJ Panthro on TikTok. TikTok, I know. I always like saying TikTok. I like the ring of that. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. You have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube, and continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye, different perspective on different topics. As we are approaching the thou of the videos, we have a closer thou of videos, of shows, I should say. So we need your guys' support to pass the information worldwide, continuing passing the information to family, friends, and foe, and putting the show, the Greatness 19 channel, as well as Mr. Evolution of London, our health and wellness channel, putting those two platforms on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, etc., on your links, or pass it through WhatsApp. Just keep passing the information around. Kenzo World, for your latest Afro beats music. He has a single called Adora, as well as his album called Discovery, on all major platforms: Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. And if you want to book for him to come to your venue, morekenzo@gmail.com. That's more, MORKENZO@gmail.com. morekenzo@gmail.com. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for podcasters, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, both of those on YouTube, of course. Rumble.com, just type in the Oracle 19, and finally www.theoracle19radio.com. All right, well, let's get right to it. The power of a whore. I say this because every now and then I gotta come back around full circle with the topic of a whore. And what is a whore? And I'm not gonna mention names throughout social media. It's a big controversy of a woman, a known woman out there, just allegedly going from man to man to man to get her way up to the top, or getting in position where she can level up. Now, people do what they do. That's their business. If you want to be a Jezebel or whatever, that is your choice. I couldn't care less, personally. You do what you do. But here's the thing for you men. A lot of times you men like to simp, just in case you don't know what simping is. Caping, just in case you don't know what caping is. Taking sides, protecting a known loose woman, a woman that runs from man to man to man. A lot of times you men, and I blame you men. See, the whore is going to be who she wants to be. She's going to be who she is. If you give her the opportunity to sleep with you and disrespect you, then, or you want to marry the whore, then that's on you. You should know what comes with that. And too many times, you men, we men, I put myself in the mix too. You marry whores, you date whores, you procreate with whores, and then you want to know why, why, why you getting caught up in a lot of situations. Because let me tell you something, and I reason why I'm talking about this topic, because I was, again, I'm on social media and I hear a lot of different topics on particular woman or women that is been sleeping around with different men, and then they get caught up. Well, then the men get caught up in the situation. There's lawsuits and all of this other things that come about. Just a lot of controversy. Men, you have to realize when you dating and marrying a whore, and she's a known whore, she sleeps with many, many men, and she doesn't care. She's reckless with her body. She is going to cause problems not only in your life, but in the neighborhood where you reside, society. You cannot introduce this whore to people if you're trying to move up in the world, or if you're a professional, or you're an entertainer. She wrecks up homes. That's what whores do. They destroy homes. They destroy societies. They destroy your brand as a man. If you're a professional, your own business, you're a politician. That's what whores do. You ask Donald Trump, when you deal with whores, they try to mess up your brand. I'm sure he can vouch for that. You go with, and I'm just not talking about Donald Trump. That's just him. But you could go on to other prominent men in society when they deal with whores. It's always controversy. Yes, you get that good love in that particular time, a day or month or years with that whore. But then when it's time, when things happen, she causes problems within your society, within your circumference. This is the power of a whore. They cause nothing but problems. Yes, they fun and they entertaining. They're great pastime. But just know, when you deal with a whore, you're on the clock. You're on the clock for controversy. You're on the clock for destruction and chaos. And if you don't have what I call a out, and what I mean by out, you have what I call an opportunity to get out of a situation. You don't have a plan B or a plan C or plan D plan to get out of the situation. You're going to go through problems. You're going to go through legal problems. You're going to go through character problems, because this whore is going to put your name in the public eye to destroy your brand, whether you are a politician or entertainer, sports, or a working everyday man in your neighborhood. If you're prominent in your neighborhood, she will put it out there. If you're on social media, she's going to definitely put it out there that you know good, because that's the power of a whore. They cause destruction. Now, there are whores that they know how to take care of themselves. They know how to keep quiet. That's really what I wanted to say. Am I saying the word whore too much? Hopefully, I won't get flagged for saying all of this. And I mean, because look, let me just tell you this on a side note. And I mentioned this on countless shows. This is not all women, you know. You have a lot of great, decent women. There's women and there's whores. Now, the women out here is great. They know how to take care of themselves. They discipline. This is not including you, ladies, the 2% of y'all. But this is including the 98% of whores. Again, it's the difference between women and whores. I love you women. You're delicious. I said this so many times in my years of podcasting. Women is great. Should be well respected. They know how to carry themselves. So I don't have a problem with you women. Really don't. I praise you. You know how to keep a house together. You know how to, etiquette. You have class. You know how to conduct yourself in the house, in public. You know how to take care of yourself and family. This is excluding you. So I don't have a problem with you women, real women, thumbs up. But I have a problem with you whores. And the power that you have is very dangerous on the left hand side of the game. Again, what do I mean? You could say anything, especially in this weak system we in North America. You could just say, you can make accusations, and now the information has gone viral, and you causing destruction and mischief. And this is done all the time in modern day society. Now, it was a recent situation, and again, I'm not going to mention names. I try to avoid direct names to people, about people. Sometimes I can't help it, but you can Google the latest whore in the media, and it'll come up with some names. And they sleep around, and then eventually your business as a man will be exposed. It will be exposed that you offered to give large sums of money to Jezebel, and then if you slept with the Jezebel, they will expose you, talk about your body parts and everything else, because again, this is how they roll. This is how they roll. And we got to look at it as men. We got to look at it for what it is. There's nothing good. Yes, you know what? We get some of you 2 minutes of pleasure and or 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Some of you men, a minute, 2 minutes. But let's just out being funny here. But all seriousness, for the pleasure time that you get, is it really worth it? Now I'm just saying, look, Jezebels are very useful. Let's be for real, we men. This has been going on since the days of the Bible. They had Jezebels. This is not like something brand new. This is really not brand new. This is not something that we don't know. This has been going on literally for thousands and thousands of years. But when you look at the outcome from our previous generation of men, from thousands of years leading to now, for our time dealing with these ladies of the night, is it really we getting anything out of it when you push aside that pleasurable moment? Is it something that we really benefiting? We're not really benefiting anything out of this, only but that. More, and especially in this day and time where social media, people can focus and see your profile, and anything bad you did is out in seconds to the public. The world sees what you have done in milliseconds. Is this really worth it though for us? That's something we as men got to think about. I mean, it is what it is. We all, man. I include myself as well. We have to look at the ends justifying the means. Dealing with these individuals, is it making our life better? It gives us relief, certainly. But look at the controversy that comes with it, especially the higher you escalate within society as a man. As you grow as a man, as your money grows, your fame grows, you more prominent in your neighborhood, you have to be even more careful as you grow. And too many of us men, as we grow and move up the ladder of society to be a somebody, when you're dealing with harlots, there's a lot for you to lose. Not only your money, your credibility, everything, even the position where you work or whatever position you at. All of that could be in question as you move up the ladder, but deal with these ladies of the night. That's their power. And then they could extort you, which it happens often, like clockwork. And so as a man, you have to be careful. You really do. You have to be careful. Because we in dangerous times nowadays. Strange but dangerous times, and people are wicked. And these Jezebels are wicked. They smile at you, but they have an end game. They looking up, moving up. And if they can move up by destroying you, they have no problem to do that. It's all about position with them. It's a cold world. So again, it's essential. I mean, it's mandatory for you to watch your steps. You have to watch your steps. And I mentioned this so many times on different shows. I joke about it, yes, but I also bring a lot of seriousness. It's position. I even sing about it in shows, just as a joke. I said this before. I think I said this before. Ho, 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 ho. Say it again. Ho, 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 ho. If I could say it in a different language, I would. But anyway, that's my little humor. That's like, the moral of the story. I don't know. Sometimes Mr. Greatness be on one. Pardon me for all of that. I just having fun too. But it is a moment, a teachable moment. Especially my young people out there. You must know the position where you at. Let's say even at work. I in the past stories where you hear women making complaints that men looking at them the wrong way, looking at them with thirst, inappropriate behavior, do you call it, at the job? You know, you see a female, with a large derriere, and you at the job. A lot of times, you at the job 40 hours a week, so every day you seeing that buttocks, and you see the same old every day. You see more of that than when you home. I'm just using this as an example. So the thirst slowly develops and it becomes real. And now you see it as tantalizing, delicious. You want to partake of that booty in the name of your God. But the thirst grows real and it gets stronger. And you say, I must have it now. Silence. I must partake of it because it's there. It's juicy. And then you start thinking all different types of things, strange things. But then you need to curb your appetite, men. Why? Because you got money to make, jerk. Why would you want to sacrifice your income for one to partake of a booty that might not even be good, might be hazardous to your health, might be controversial, and might be plain not good at all? And you willing to risk it all at the job for that booty? You have to know your position in life. Don't let the power of a whoredom, allegedly, at work, or and even not at work, but we just say especially work, destroy what you are trying to do, what you're trying to grind, what your bills need to be paid by this income. I know the thirst is real, guys. I know you want to partake of that immediately. It looks great. You thirsty. You haven't been indulged in a while. Maybe you have, but you're still thirsty. You want more. You're savage. You're in savage mode. But I'm saying this to my young peoples and older men as well, especially at the job. I'm using this as an example to not partake or even indulge. If you see something that is so tempting. Fight, fight, fight the urge not to partake. Fight. Because that can get you in trouble. That can ruin your brand. A lot of these, let me help you out, men. A lot of these Jezebels that you're dealing with have mental disorders. Mental disorders are real. You have to fight. I know, men. I know. I get it. Fighting the urge is hard. I know. I know. I know. I understand. I get it. Even to the best of all of us, even the greatest of men fall. That's a document fact, a documented fact throughout history. I know we all go through things in our life. I get it, but we gotta fight. Think about what you can lose for partaking something because you don't know that individual. You don't know their mental stability. And I talked to many women over the course of years, and they talk to me about on the job how men is so thirsty and coming after them and talking to them and stuff like that. And I'm listening to them, and I said this to myself, God, I'm glad it wasn't me. I just hear them making those complaints, and I just say to myself, I'm glad it wasn't me. Because if I showed thirst to these females, I could have been in that same boat as what that conversation she's saying about these men. You got to leave these women alone. Men, deal with who you feel won't cause you problems. This is a song by TLC. Don't chase waterfalls. Stick to the lakes and the rivers that you used to, or something of that nature. TLC. That's a very powerful song, actually. Don't chase waterfalls. Stick to the lakes and the rivers you used to, or something of that nature. But again, that's a very powerful song. Keeping things simple, dealing with your own circumference, dealing with women, all right, let's just talk this. Let's just talk this men talk. Look, men, hey, sometimes we want to be greedy. We want to be greedy. I was talking to my homie Carlito about this greedy. You got a wife, you got a girlfriend, and you see something, you see a Jezebel and she looking nice and fresh and tender, and now I'm sounding like a perv doing that, saying that, but I don't mean that. This is humor, okay? This is, trust me, this is humor. I'm not even coming in that type of that type of light, but something new, I should say. And you, in this day and time where they have cameras on every block, and your phone is really a microphone because they can listen to your conversations and so forth, and all of these high-tech stuff, and these smartphones, smart apps, smart TV, smart everything, smart refrigerator, smart stove, smart, and it can send out signals and waves to really listen to your conversation. You can, there's apps or there's little devices you could just say, Alexia, turn on. Alexia, what's my name? And you get that in. Alexia is the app device that can listen to your conversation and talk. Now I'm bringing all this together to let you know we in the age of AI and high tech, and when you say certain things, someone is listening. Something is listening to you, outdoors or in your house or at the job, whatever. So when you talking to these women, especially women you don't know, and the potential, you got to look at these women nowadays as being mentally ill first until otherwise. And she might seem stable-minded until you lay down with her, and then you find out how much of a whore she is, and she's a crazy whore, and then she's a messy whore, and she will put your information out on the public whore. That's the power of a whore. And that whether it's on the job or not on the job, you gotta be so careful because a lot of these women are mentally ill. Really. I watch social media and certain shows, these guys attempt to pick up women in the streets, and these women want, this is a sidebar, but I'm gonna bring it back to the power of the whore topic. But these women talk about, you meet them in the streets, right? Let me backtrack. You meet them in the streets and you say, hey, how you doing? I'm watching some of these videos on YouTube that talk about that, and then you conversation, the woman don't want you, and until she see your car, then now she wants you, so forth. But listening to these women, some of these women, when they see guys they think is rich, and they approach them about the car, they be talking weird stuff. Like, oh, some of these women say, oh, you my husband now. You got this fine car. You my husband. You don't even know the guy's name. You don't even know his family. You don't know his background, nothing. You just see him, got a car. You say, you my husband now. I want you. And we can go to your place or my place right now. On the basis of what they perceive of him driving $100,000 car or $500,000 car. Just to see that, they automatically say, I want you. You my husband now. Not knowing barely knowing the guy's name, don't even know his last name, but already, I'll sleep with you. And some of these women sleep with you. You meet them the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, literally, they're in your car ready to have intercourse with you. Literally. And this is not a few women. This is a lot of women. This is the lot of women with their get down. Meeting you for the first time in the first 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, they ready to sleep with you. Literally. And this is not ugly women. Very attractive women. Attractive, I say dimes out here. Literally ready to sleep with you out here in these streets just because they have seen you with a fancy car. That's it. The power of a whore. Now, if you go for the bait because she looks good, nice body, all of that other stuff, and guess what happens when you sleep with her? A woman like that. Now she's figure, some of them is crazy. You my man forever. And if you break off from her, she will go to the police and say you did something to her. You sexually assaulted her. They would go that extent. Trust me, I hear this a lot. Power of a whore. So this is real. So you as men, especially you younger men and older men too, because I'm on social media, young older men is offering these women millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, or whatever the case, and just whatever. And these older men, you're getting caught up in drama, and now your brand is in question. This happened a lot. And the younger men, you cannot get caught up in that too, because then you got that whore. Now she's scratching your car with keys. She's stalking your house. She's trying to get you, if you dealt with her on the job, she's trying to get you fired. She's going to HR. She's putting your name out. And, oh, yeah, you're going to be fired. No question about it, because HR, the company don't want to have that over their head. Now you got to deal with that. Now your money is in question. These things is going on. You got to, and it's prevalent now more and more because mental illness is real. I didn't think about this. I really didn't pay attention to this many years. I talked about this, but I respect that more and more because people are mentally ill, and these women are out here, not the real women, but the women I mentioned are mentally ill to the highest degree and deranged to the highest degree. And I was finishing up talking about what my man Carlito and I was, kicking it. Sometimes, you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, and you stable with her for years. Just roll with that. Roll with her. All right, yeah, you hit it so many times. You're tired. It's not the same like it used to be. But my question for me to you, is she stable? Is she stable-minded? That's the question. We all greedy. We all want extra. And when we get, and look, none of us is perfect. I mean, hey, surely Mr. Greatness not perfect. But sometimes you got to scale back and just say, you know what? Let's keep this simple. You got to be strategic when you're dealing with these women, and you got to be so careful. You got to really screen them before you lay down with them. And even screening them, you cannot gauge who people will be 5, 10 years later, but you do the best you can. And you try to position yourself where if this person flips on you, you're in a position to get out of it. That's the key. Because if she, as going to call law enforcement on you, then you got to look at, can you get out of the situation? Are you able to get out of the situation? Always have an out plan. I mentioned that earlier. Always have an out plan, just in case that woman really start making allegations. Certain things when you texting females, you gotta be careful nowadays how you text. You just can't wild out like you used to be, because there's apps that screenshot, or the phone itself, you can screenshot the conversation. Guys I know used to send naked pictures of themselves. You can't do that now. She put that on Facebook, and I mean, she could just destroy you. And a lot of men is getting destroyed on the strength of this stuff because this woman is who she is. Out here to destroy whatever you got and cause problems because she's a problem person from the gate. So these women sleep around. And then another thing, you got women that sleeping around with different men, man after man after man. And you, the last man, you want to marry that. And you like, I don't care. I'll make her my wife. Nobody better say nothing to me. Whatever she did, that's just on her. That was the past. Okay, you take that approach. But what about you? Are you a somebody in life? Who are you to partake of this whore? Is she a right fit? I remember story time with Mr. Greatness. I remember I had a buddy of mine. I need to call him too. It's been a while. He works at a very good job, 6-figure guy. Still do. I'm not going to tell his position because that it might come back and he might figure it out. But one time he was getting married. He invited me, and he told me because it was a person I was messing with at the time, but she was like sketchy. Wasn't really a quality woman. I know that, and it wasn't it wasn't that serious. But it's just what it is. Like again, it was one of Mr. Greatness Savage moments in life. But he told me, hey, I'm inviting you to my wedding, blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't go at the time, because of situations and travels and distance. And he understood that. But he he told me, you can come, but don't invite the other person. Now, a lot of times dudes would, I mean, he was straight with me. Some guys would be offended, right? But him and I have an understanding. Really what he was saying, and I was just say straight up, look, this wasn't my wife. This was really just a woman, I just checking for, it was what it is. And he knew, we both knew the quality of her because at his wedding, he have people of standards and class. And he wanted that to be at his wedding. Now he understood me and he trusted that and invited me to the wedding, and I was grateful for that. But he didn't. The other party, no, because class. And I get it. I get it. I totally get it. The moral of the story is you have to know who's around you. One, and when you're dealing with these women, you gotta know who they are. Two, three, you gotta know if they are capable to destroy your finances or your reputation. 3, 4, 5. Is this the right fit for you? You got to know if can this person cause you a lot of trouble and mess you up. That goes along with number 3 and 4. In this day and time, is you have to be very very careful. It's not like the days of old. Is more the technology is real. AI is here. The power of the whore is here to stay. Thank you for listening.